Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Hope you're all well. Thank you very much for coming over and joining us for another Friday Night Live. In the background I have, you know who we've always got in the background. Tweedledee, Tweedledum, here they are.
No, I'm not playing today. I'm leaving. So I'm not playing today. I'm away.
Planet. Brian's done a runner, look.
I'm back.
So, thank you, Brian. Thank you, Terry, for coming and joining us as always.
You're welcome.
They are the entertainment factor of the skkrafts Friday Night Live. So,
we are the one and only.
I hope I measure up this week.
Not that big a ruler.
So, anyway.
Oh, sorry. I hope I measure up this week.
Better.
I hope you've all had a fantastic week. It's Friday night and it's party. Well, it's not party time, but it's chill out time. Unless you've got work tomorrow, then I do sympathise for you, but not too much because I haven't got to go.
So, sorry, Steve. So I don't want to interrupt, but you need to explain to me what this work thing is.
Yeah, is it? Yeah.
Work? You know what work is, Terry?
I think it's something like crow. It's called
Crow.
Krow. Crow. Spelled backwards. Ain't got a clue.
So anyway, we will leave that there because all our times will come. So, so the title of the video or live is "Let's Make Some Mess, Do a Bit of Colouring." So what I'm going to do is I've got a small blank ready, and I'm just basically going to play about with using some acrylic paints, trying to get a texture rather than just smooth all the time. So we're going to see how that works. I'm not sure how it's going to go, but if worst comes to worst when it's dry, we can always just turn them off and do something else. So I'm going to get over and get this mounted. Terry drawed the short straw and he's going to read the chat again. Yep. So I'll meet you guys over at the lathe.
Terry was volunteered.
I got the narrator's voice, you see, unlike Brian.
Yeah, he has the narrator.
Scottish Irishman.
Yes, you do.
Here we go then. Terry. Apparently, Door 60 was first in, I think.
He was.
Creations, Vow from Teco Turnings, Susie the Swiss Woodturner, Lucy Bundy Rowe with all the shaving bits in between. And there's Mark Pritchard. And Mark Douglas.
I'm just waiting for the chat to say they can't hear us, you know.
Don't say that.
Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah,
don't say that. Don't say that. I've had a bad enough day. Yeah. I don't want it anymore.
Brent Beecroft, Graham Brown. Moving on down from Graham Brown is James Dunn. Further down the list is Paul Huyton, the Greasby Turner, swiftly followed by Norman Greenwell.
Swiftly? There's nothing swiftly about this reading out.
Swiftly. Grandpa Jim. Woodturner's in.
Sound is all good according to Susie.
Good.
Oh, sounds good. Thank you very much, Susie. Christina Michael has done. Hello, Christina Michael. And my chat's just jumped, but I've got back there quick enough, I think. When you get so far down, the chat goes, jumps right.
The Yorkshire gets in. Because he just said, Terry, talk a glass eye to sleep, Bray.
Hey, you get back to sleep, Glynis.
He hates me.
Robert Boltward's in. David Heath's in. Woodturning Barry's in. Laurie Scherberg is in. Kev at K9. Creations is also in. Go down said list. The Yorkshire Grit is in. Get. He's a get too.
Get.
Haven't done any work for a week, look.
It was too cold. He couldn't work. It was too cold.
No, any excuse. Bloody too hot tomorrow, isn't it?
Got to work quicker if you're too cold. Sure, you got to move quicker if you're too cold.
Callum Turn is in, and he's just jumped again. Right, here we go. Andy Bundy Rose also joined us. And there is a few more, I think. They're all talking to each other. Or saying, I'm going to say what they're saying to each other.
Billy Brown's in.
Billy Brown's in. Billy. Billy. No, I'm not far. Oh, it keeps jumping. There we are. After Billy Brown, we've got Joe Senior is also in. And that is it on my list so far. I was trying to go slow so Joe wouldn't feel uncomfortable.
William Kenny's in.
Woodturner's in as well.
So
William
she was
Kenny's also in.
You didn't want her You didn't want her intimidate her. Is that what you're saying, Terry?
Yeah, well, she gets a bit upset. She cries, you know.
You didn't mention William Kenny.
Ruby Clare's in.
Hi, Ruby.
I don't want to mention Ruby Clare. He's another Irishman, isn't he? Like, you know, Irishman. You're a Scottish Irishman. It's even worse.
Don't start.
Ruby.
Good evening, Ruby.
Evening, Ruby.
All right.
Good evening, everyone. 53 people currently watching.
Thank you, everybody, for coming over.
Terry just about read out everybody's name.
Yeah.
Just about
got him on the screen because about 30 seconds before Steve went live, I didn't even have the chat up.
We was waiting for Terry. That's why we was late.
No, you weren't. Wayne Woodturner's in.
Hi, Wayne.
I wasn't late. I wasn't early. Brian was the late one.
Right, so Mark Pritchard is watching. He says, I'm trying to watch, but wife on phone selling a horse. Earphones on.
Hello,
selling a horse?
Selling a horse. Well, that's right.
Barry Chitty's in.
You don't have to worry if she's selling the horse. That's a good thing. It's like owning a yacht.
Right.
You're going to own a horse.
She's buying it. So the problem is when women sell a horse, they usually buy two more. That's what happens.
Let's join us as well. Yeah, but it's like buying a yacht, isn't it? The best day to buy a yacht, the best day of your life is when you buy it. The next to best day is when you sell it.
When you sell it.
The rest of the days, you're standing in a shower, ripping up £50 notes.
Right.
Trust me, because I've had a few.
Did you say Lucy was in, did you?
I did, yeah.
Okay. I wasn't paying attention, of course.
She's got all her shaving equipment with her, but yeah, she's in.
Shane Hurst is in.
I said that as well. You weren't listening.
No, you didn't. He's just come in.
Said it. Said it earlier.
Don't lie to me, Argentina.
Shane, put him right, Shane.
Put him right, Shane.
Andy of the Bundy Row variety says, Brian, talking of horses, how are yours? Mine are all fine.
They're alive.
The guy who was lame is suddenly not so lame. So it's fine. He must have just twisted something or pulled something. He's back to being normal again. Simon's in.
I've just said that.
Just said Simon's in.
Simon says.
Stop talking over top me then.
Martin Boyd is in.
Martin's in.
Brian, say it. Repeat.
Martin Boyd's in.
G's Woodturner's in. Mr. G's in.
There's Mr. G in too. Oh, hello, Mr. G.
Yeah. Look at that. Simon says.
I think you guys are going to be surprised how many, what a response we've had to the hashtag week. There must be 40 pictures coming.
Yay!
Cool.
Good
Twisted
stuff.
Pete's in.
Hi, Pete.
Hi, evening, Pete.
He's currently doing something a bit daft.
Pete says, currently doing something a bit daft. Is that not normal for you, Pete?
It's normal, Pete. And it is. Obviously.
Kevin Kane says, good news, Brian. It wasn't
Pete. Keep us in suspenders there.
Oh, sugar.
Yep, Susie says, Brian, great to hear your horse is feeling better. Yep, he's much improved today. He's actually walking, well, relatively normally now, but he's still a little bit twitchy on. He'll be fine.
Andy Woodward Learner's in it too, as well.
Hello, Andy. I'll have to put my narrator's voice on now. Drop it an octave or two.
What, because Andy did?
Down there.
Yeah,
Brent
Andy's appeared, yeah.
Brent Beacoff's in, everybody. Brent. Say hello to Brent.
Oh, dear. So what's this piece of wood? Is it holly?
Tree wood.
Timber.
Couldn't tell you. I'll show you a picture of a bit what it's like. It's got
Goodness.
bark on it, and it's got bark on it and everything.
Oh, we got proper
well.
stuff, have we?
Oh, we'll get that
Oh.
identified then.
So
Not a 3D printed bit of wood then.
no, not 3D printed. So that's the bark on it.
Well, hold it to the left because it's you got two pictures. You can't see either or. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
there's a bit of ash.
It's ash.
Bit of ash.
Do you know what? That's what it's got written on it.
Oh,
Well,
there you
look at
go
that.
then. It's right this time.
Yeah, because
Definitely
usually the
ash.
person that writes it on it doesn't know, so he puts on anything.
That's Steve just writes it on. He either writes ash or holly on everything.
Well, I can only go with what people tell me, can't I? So when I buy it off of people, a lot of this stuff comes from
Barry
the clubs.
Hey, hold on a second, Mr. Barry Che. Sorry, he didn't get my picture sent. Oh,
Apologising
yeah.
because he couldn't send him in time. I couldn't send mine either, Steve. Sorry.
Why?
That's because you didn't do one.
I have done one. You've seen it.
No, you
finished.
You've got until to the end of tonight to get them in.
There you go.
You've seen it. It's out in the workshop now.
So
I can't
you
do
still
it.
got a bit of
Can't
time
limp out there.
to Barry. If you've still got a bit of time, if you want to send the pictures in to Steve, skkrafts at
Krafts.
btinternet.com.
Brian
Take
turning
that picture.
things around has just joined us.
SK.
skkrafts at btinternet.com.
How you spell BT Internet? It is btinternet.com.
Do you want me to tell you how to do it?
There's the link.
So just going to get a spindle down and just try and...
Yeah, she spelled internet right, Brian.
I did spell it right.
You spell internet right. Checking.
It
is,
Robert
Robert.
is agreeing with you there, Terry.
Yes, I've had five yachts. And five times I've been elated, and 5 times I've been disappointed, and 5 times I've been elated again.
Yeah.
It's fortunate with the last one because my wife bought me it for Christmas. Spent thousands.
It's a one of those little Hornby ones.
She's far too kind to you. She's quite late as well. Rob from
from
Kingsport
Kingsport
in.
Races.
Hi, Rob. God,
Good evening,
what else
Rob.
going on here? I think I put the wrong grind on that.
Multi-tooled
I need to
angle
You
then.
think you put the wrong grind on it?
Yeah, I think I need to put a bit
Reprofile it.
more of a point on it. It's got too much of a round edge on it, I think.
So we'll finish saying hello to each other. Any questions, don't forget, put a question mark or more in front so we can see, because they might go by and we won't know what you're saying. Because we're all enthralled watching Steve turn.
Yeah. David
David
Vaughan
Vaughan's
has
in.
just joined us.
Too slow, Brian.
Why do you keep doing that? Why do you keep talking
I
over me?
started first.
No, you didn't.
I did.
Just-
You were like a millisecond behind.
You're talking rubbish again. Wash your mouth out with soap.
Once upon a time. Here we go.
Well,
Well,
Robert
that's
said he
7
thinks
cruisers. See?
I'm just going to
Too
go
slow.
home now.
Still lose a little bit of that.
At least they were all out of the box, unlike Glyn's equipment. It's all in the
Did you
box.
know there's 62 people watching?
Wow.
Is there?
And
And
we've got
Ward
16.
Wilson's coming
Currently,
in from
I must
Arizona.
refresh my page.
Hello, Ward. Say hello to Ward, Brian.
Hello, Ward. How you doing, buddy?
Do you know what I'm struggling
Archie's
with?
in. Archie from Bannockburn. They could have been blunted from last night's demo, Steve.
No, that's me. I just don't know why I can't get it to start properly. That's
Got
better.
extra fuel.
It's pulled itself towards the centre.
Yeah.
I had that same issue today. Face is too.
You're not late, Ward. Never late, mate. Just when you want to turn in,
Oh,
Turn
there's the chat. The chat's reappeared on my screen.
Right, so
So I think we need a few more thumbs up, gentlemen and ladies.
Richard Phelan's just come in. Hello,
Good
Richard.
evening, Richard.
hi Richard.
How are you today? Anything exciting this weekend? Has anybody got anything exciting happening this weekend? Or is it just a normal, boring, mundane weekend?
Hopefully not.
If I wake up,
I'm going to have a great weekend because I'm be in the shed all day tomorrow.
Right, let's get it sanded then. See, I told you today. What did I say, Brian? What did I say?
What did you say?
Twisted Pete says, missed the moment, but rewind a bit to Ruth bought Terry a lathe. The lengths women will go to get Terry out of the house.
Yeah, this is true. Bottom of
Love
boat,
it.
so he'd have to go sailing.
Just
Bottom of
bought
lathe,
one or
so he'd have
two
to go to the
boats.
shed.
The
I
boat
think
had,
that's right. Tell you something, big lad.
but the boat had no life jackets in it, so that tells you something.
Actually, it was a blinking good sailing boat, schooner. It was a big one too. Adam from I Love Woodturning is in it, Adam.
Hi, Adam.
And Raymond Wise is in. And Roy's the boys is in.
Hi, Roy.
Mark
Hi,
Stroughton's
Roy.
also in.
They're all
Hello,
coming
Mark.
in.
Hello, everybody.
Right.
Flying in. Somebody
the-
must have finished
when
on
the-
another channel. Rob from Copper Owl was there as
Are
well.
you listening? Wayne the Woodturner's setting up new camera mounts tomorrow.
Ooh.
Get on, Wayne. That'll be cool.
Yep.
Yorkshire gets cleaning the kitchen out. Don't know why. Oh, ready for Steve.
Aha.
Had a new kitchen. Good man.
Make sure everything's out. No messing
Yeah,
about.
everything spotless.
Sink and kitchen units and everything.
Don't you leave a bag of carrots in there because Nicky's not coming with him.
Right, the boy said, thought I was in the shed today. He was right. I was in the shed all day today. Didn't come in till 5:30. In fact, 10 to 6. And I'm going to be in it all day tomorrow.
Benjamin's just joined us. Hello, Ben. I was in the shed this afternoon. I was actually out this morning. Had a cooked breakfast at one of the garden centres in Lincoln.
So Richard Field's been out all day cutting oak saplings.
Right.
Fancy cutting oak saplings. Why didn't you just dig them up and bring them to me, Richard? I've got loads of room for oak saplings. Loads.
Benjamin says no special guests tonight? Question mark. Just the basic guest.
Well, I'm here, Ben. If you,
Yeah, and I'm here, Ben. You know,
you want anything
usual.
more special than me? I mean, what, I don't know.
The answer is no,
Stadler
Ben.
rolled over here.
Oi, oi. You just keep turning. Nobody asked you for a comment.
Sorry, I didn't put it in the chat with a Q in front of it, did I?
Pete's had a
Pete,
productive
Pete from
days in the
Twisted Trees.
workshop. John Scarborough's in. Keep up, Brian.
Go ahead.
My internet must be like a millisecond faster than yours.
It must be. Wayne the Woodturner says, I bet Glenn finds some grit when he cleans the kitchen out. Yeah, probably. In the back of the cupboard somewhere. Oh, talking about cleaning the cupboards out, we cleaned our, we decided, or Michelle decided we were going to move the food from the bottom cupboards up to the top cupboards and put the dishes in the bottom cupboards. And we found 3 huge containers of custard, Devon custard, and
cool.
2 tins of Devon custard, all out of date.
But you can still good.
Massively out of date.
Still good if if they're sealed. They're still good.
No, threw it in the bin.
Rob from Kingsport says, good news that Wayne will make Wayne smile. He got 150 millimeters by 50 meter rolls of Velcro backed sandpaper will be a thing this year.
Ooh, that's good.
Good man.
50 meter rolls, that's good.
6, that's 6 inches, isn't it? 6 inches?
Yeah, 6 by 50 is standard, yeah.
That's the very thing. That's what I used to
grits, is
cut
it?
my
Or
little
what sort
discs.
of grits? 80 to what? Or, you know?
Well, 80, 122,
Yeah, you know.
180, 240.
Kingsport were doing, but, you know. It's...
Yeah, we're doing them all, I would think. Rob will tell us now in a minute. And Roy the boy says, Ben, I'm here. That's special. You're absolutely right, Roy.
Yeah, more special, mate.
Special
Agree.
guest, Roy, not special needs.
Did you say hello to Rob from Coppola Woodturning?
I did. Did you get Roy's email, Steve? He got 2 emails he sent you.
Yeah, I got your image, mate. Yeah, all sorted. Looks good. So
Did
I'll
we say
have.
hello to John Scarborough?
So
Yeah, we
hopefully I'll know by the end of the weekend if everybody's logos are good.
There you go. Rob's doing 80, 120, 240, 320, 400.
Oh, perfect.
Perfect.
Except 180's missing, but that's all right.
Not everybody uses 180 though, do they?
I'll do.
I use 180.
Yeah, so
I
do
don't use
but-
320. Well, I do use 320 sometimes.
Oh, got an itchy leg.
Not sure, Ruby, when I'm next heading to France. I'm off to Cyprus soon. I've got a friend who lives out there. Him and his wife were blind dated. Him, Ruth, blind dated him about 15 years ago, and they ended up getting blinking married and moving to Cyprus.
And they
So
still
we got to go out there and see him.
and they still haven't forgiven him, Ruby. He has to go out there
Yeah,
and grovel every
still
single
forgiven.
year and apologise.
Been married
Has to
15 years, so we
apologise,
got to go
yeah.
out there quite regular to see them. So, but yeah, we may go this year. We may just trot off in August or something. It depends on how Ruth feels, really. I can't miss too many lives because Pete gets all upset.
Pete gets up all set.
You know, I'll go for 3 weeks at a time, like I did last time. Month. Then he gets a bit upset. You got to do 4 lives.
Benjamin says, Rob, will you be doing 800 grit? I never need to start sanding on anything less than that, the truth be told. Yeah, right, Ben.
I can smell it from here, Ben.
Yep, the BS. That's the one, Pete. Spot on, Robbie says. Just needs turners to get together in groups of 5 to buy a set of rolls between them.
How? Just buy a set each. Just buy a set of rolls and just set for life.
Now, the next question is, do we have a price for said rolls of sanding of the papers?
There was a bloke selling some fabric
Ooh.
back sandpaper last night at the club. I was there.
Our Pritchard's got to go. He's got to find a need. He's got to go. Need to find a horse passport. Take care of.
Right. The horse is obviously sold then if the passport needs to be found. And Rob says, and I've never told you this, but we are in talks with Robert Sorbet to be their abrasive supplier.
Ooh.
Good luck, Rob. I hope that comes off for you.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I believe they use quite a lot in the production.
Right, so that is sanded
Decent.
up to 400 grit.
And
Cool.
Peter's telling you can only go on holidays from Tuesdays to Sundays, Terry. Just remember that. You were told that before.
Okay.
Because you have to be here
Unless
on a Monday to do your
Unless I
live.
take the lathe with me.
You're going those little
That's
mini
a
lathes.
possibility.
Oh, was it actually? I was in Lidell's today. I went in Lidell's today,
Lidl's even.
and yep, and they had a lathe in there. Ruth said, "Oh, look, you buy a lathe there, £70."
Yeah,
Was it on Parkside ones?
Yeah, £70.
that's what Weval is. Tackle Turning is using.
I walked past it,
She has a little lathe.
but I'll tell you what I did get, because I've got a diesel heater, and it's up quite high, you know, up 3-4 foot off the ground. And next to it, I got, or up a bit, is the tank. Tank only owns like 10 litres. When the tank gets low, I got a 20-litre tub. I got to put it into a container and pour it in. I actually bought a pump, a diesel pump, oil pump in Lidl's for £12. And you plug it in, one tube in there, press the button, and 30 seconds later, the tank's full.
Yep.
Nice.
Ah, well, that was rather cool.
That's what
I
I
have one
use.
of
It
those.
saves me doing all that now. Just undo both lids, press the button, go back up.
Yeah, that's what I use. Exactly this. Well, not from Lidl's, but little tiny submersible pump.
Well,
Right.
this is a pump with tubes at each end, you know, it
Oh,
sits on the bench.
yeah, mine's a little submersible one.
Yeah,
Submersible.
mine's So is mine, Steve.
Is that not good?
I used it for my big oil tank because it actually got water in it. So I had to submerge the pump down the bottom to suck the water out first. That's why I bought it.
So I think I'm going to spray the bottom of this black.
Andy, the woodwork learner, says he had one of those Lidl lathes.
They're a bit temperamental with their, you know, you can go to one store, they'll say they've got it in, and then you go there and it's gone in it before it's even sort of.
It is, yeah.
They only have a few at each store, don't they? And they're not always at
That's
every
correct.
store. I've seen them in the local papers, and when you get there, they go, "No, we ain't had that come in." Right, so that's 2 coats
Question there for you, Terry.
Yeah, Benjamin says you don't trust Weaval. Terrible
Don't
taste.
That's not very nice.
Terrible,
That's not very
terrible
nice at all.
taste in music she got, apparently.
Terrible taste in music, yeah.
Barry Chitty's just sent you the photographs.
Thank you, Barry.
And
I'll make sure
Kev
they don't
says-
get in.
Kev says, Terry,
No, I'm joking.
did you
okay.
look at the pics on it where they show how to hold the tool on the lathe? No, I didn't, Kev, because I didn't even look at the lathe. I walked straight by. And John Scarborough says, question. I see you're sealing before colour, Steve.
I am.
When do you apply colour before colouring?
Are
when do
you
you
are
apply
you talking about colouring or stains? Two different things.
So, two different things. There's staining and painting.
Stain
Two
go
different things.
stain goes on before sealing.
Correct.
Colours go on after sealing.
No, painted
Yes.
colours.
Paint.
Yeah, painted. Yeah,
Paint.
paints go in after sealing. So I'm
Just
going to.
because
Go on.
you can't just call it colours because everything's colours. So it's
Rob-
either paints or stains.
Stains.
Rob
Is the
Cropperell
distinction.
wonders how much sanding sealer do you use in a year, Steve?
Well, I thin it down, don't I? So I perhaps go through
50% of what you buy.
I perhaps go through 2.5, 3 litres of chestnut sand and sealer a year, but I thin it down 60-40, so obviously I get more out of it.
James Crawford's in. Hello, James.
So quite a bit.
I use about 3 litres as well.
I always, the thing is, I do give all my pieces good coverage. I always give them at least 2 coats.
Yeah.
Some people say you don't need to, but I think sometimes when you got a porous bit of wood, you can see it. I always try and give it coats until you see it a sheen over the whole piece. Then you know that the sand and sealer is not soaking in no more. But each do their own way, don't they? So
At least you know the sealers come to the surface and sealed it.
exactly. And I find the better
So,
I seal it, the easier I find it to get a high gloss finish on it.
Of course. Robert Transport says they've booked a stand for Harrogate. Excellent.
Nice. Look forward to seeing you there, Rob.
Me
Yeah,
too.
You're there.
Did you say hello to James Crawford?
Yes.
Good man. Just checking up on you.
Friend of mine.
Making sure.
James is a friend of mine.
Yeah, I'm just making sure, sir.
I didn't say hello to James. He'd probably smack me one next time he sees me.
And Pete says, question, Rob. When you say sanding sealer used, is that what you put on the wood or stored on the lathe? I have a habit of dropping some on the lathe too. And
Well,
on the shavings on the floor.
We all know you're heavy-handed, Brian.
Oh, that's true.
I think it's probably your eyesight you need to go to Specsavers. That's not good.
You just had new glasses.
No, that's what I mean.
I did just get new glasses. Be quiet.
They must have been testing the horse.
Right. Just get hot here again and dry this off a little bit.
Andy the Woodwork Learner says, I'm not saying that Lidl's lathe tools are soft, but you need to put them in the fridge before you use them.
Use them.
Ah, brilliant, Andy.
Well, Kev says if we only use 3 litres, he must be using way too much. Well, not really, Kev. It could be that you're turning 50 times the amount of work that we're turning. All depends how much you turn. Sometimes you don't use sand sealer.
Thing is, if you don't thin it down, you're going to use more anyway. A lot of
Correct.
people don't thin it down. A lot of people just put it straight out of the tin.
Ken from 9K is asking, is anyone else going to New York on Friday? I'm not
I'm
going
going
to
on
New York.
Saturday. Well, I'm going up there on Friday. I'm staying over. Because Pete wants to take me for a meal.
Oh,
Going up
no.
there on Thursday, Friday.
I will be there
Go to
on
the
the
show on
Saturday.
Saturday.
I'm not going on the Friday. I've got work. You should go on the Saturday, Kev. Better.
Perhaps we're more frugal than you, then, Kev.
Yeah, it must be. Well, I'm Scottish, so I have an excuse for not using very much.
In fact, yeah, Brian's the only one I know that actually reheats the tissue to see if he can get it softer to put it back on after he's finished.
Correct. When I put it on the tissue and I apply it to the wood,
He
I then
wrings it out, puts it back in the
I
jar.
take the tissue back over and I wring it out into a little container. So,
Yeah.
no messing about with me, boys.
And they think you're all joking.
They do. Yeah. No. Simon says, what dates are New York?
11th, 10th and 11th.
10th and 11th. 10th
Of
and
March.
11th of March.
Cool.
Apparently, there's plenty of parking.
Yep.
Too close.
It's
got a big
£10
car park
to get in. £10 to get in
on
per
the day.
adult. Or you can get 2 tickets for £15.
If you go
If
online,
you pay,
you can get your tickets for
Go online, you
£7
get
each.
for £7,
Yeah.
£12 for the weekend.
That's pretty good. Pretty
So you
cheap.
get a discount by going online and booking them early.
But you have to pay 85p postage.
85 people station. Oh,
Still going to be a bit cheaper than it.
But it's still cheaper than 10 quid on the day.
it is.
Doug Miller's in. Hello, Doug.
Hi,
See
Doug.
you here, boy.
Good evening,
Kev
Doug.
says, Rob from Kingsport says he'll be at Newark. So if you see a dopey-looking bloke, he said, but bloke,
Well, if you see
with
us,
a
Rob,
black
come
coat
over and say
yellow
hello.
badge, please say hi.
Yeah, if you see us, mate, come over and say hi. It'd be good to meet you.
Yeah. Andy from AJK Woodworks is there. I think Kingsport has got a store there, so he'll be at a stand.
Oh, right, okay.
It's in stand. So we'll make sure we go by and harass him.
Full faces.
Pull all the strips out. Pull them out 10 meters. Leave them right hanging.
Pool faces and hurl abuse.
Benjamin wants to know how much a stamp these days. I don't know, Ben. I haven't used a stamp since I was a boy.
Stamp 90 odd p, I think. 98
Is
p
it?
or something. Yeah.
10p last time I used a stamp, I think. Actually, it was a shilling.
We have 81 people watching now.
Oh, thank you very much, everybody, for coming over and joining us.
And you've been going for
Oh, no.
55 minutes.
Rob's
55
not got a
minutes?
stand at Newark.
35.
He's
Oh, I
not
was
got
gonna
a
say,
stand at Newark.
35. Goodness sake. Clean your ears out.
What?
Exactly.
Rob Kingsport has not got a stand at Newark. My mistake.
No, well, he said that earlier. Doug Miller says, Steve,
Yes.
did you get my pictures?
Yes. I
Yay!
did. You got them
And
into
Ruby
me.
Claire. Sorry, go ahead.
I said you got them into me in time this time.
That's it. And
Ruby
Ruby
says,
Claire
is
is
that
asking,
acrylic
is
paint?
that
Go on. What did you say? Sorry, Brian.
Ruby's asking, is that acrylic paint?
No, it's Chestnut's Ebonizer lacquer. Right, so I want some.
Cellulose, isn't it?
Yes, just cellulose aerosol, black paint basically.
Yeah.
But it's spirit, not water based.
Dries very quick.
Yeah, it does.
It's like, yeah, it's just like a black aerosol can.
Yeah, it's black paint will do exactly the same.
Yeah, well indeed, yeah.
Right, so bronze ebonized. No, not bronze ebonized lacquer. Bronze embellishing wax, even.
That's the one.
So that one.
Polishing wax.
So bronze, Hampshire Sheen bronze
I
embellishing
love
wax.
bronze.
Do you? Oh, we better do a different colour then.
I don't mind. I love all colours.
You do. Andy the Woodwork Learner says, Steve, I've sent some pictures, uncensored, I'm afraid.
Yeah,
Oops.
I know. Nick weren't very happy with you, Andy. Right,
He
so
deleted them, Andy.
we're going to work these well into the grain. I've now got to pay for cancelling for my youngest daughter as well because she saw them.
Counselling.
What is going on here with Brian with the Y turning things around? What's going on here?
That's a new one, isn't it?
Is this a new Brian with the Y?
I think so because I had Brian. I had
Yeah, there was
some
a Brian
pictures.
Eltonero Demi there and Brian with a Y.
Yeah, I had some pictures from a Brian with a Y. Brian.
Two Brians with the Y now. I
Yeah,
see.
it's confusing now, isn't it?
That's. I'll have to think of something else now.
He got your pictures, Brian, said Steve. Steve just said he's got your pictures.
Yeah. Right, so we're going to work this really well into the grain. And then we're just going to get a bit of cloth.
Robert Portwood says not plum.
No, not plum.
So I've just popped over to Brian's Brian turning things around and sub to his channel.
Good. Chris Bailey Woodworks is in.
So I'm just going to gently buff this.
Hi, Chris.
Right, Chris.
Come forward. Right, nice to see you all here.
82 watching and 42 thumbs up.
Oh well, they lead them on the way out, all of them.
Or they might not.
Susie's asking, did you get my picture, Steve?
I did, Susie. Thank you very much.
We have
See,
a large
say,
thumbnail.
Steve, you'll say to someone, well, you'll have to wait and see whether they get the pictures or not. Do you feel lucky? Or do you?
Do you feel lucky, punk? Do you?
You punk.
Yeah.
Why is that not doing that?
Really,
I
the
just
ebonizer lacquer should have been a little bit drier, really.
Mm-hmm. Take your time, Steve. There's no hurry.
Robert Kingsport says, if you want to buy any of the Kingsport abrasives in Newark, DJ Evans are there with their stuff.
Oh.
DJ Evans are now the stockers for Yorkshire Grit too.
So they are indeed, yep. Roy the boy's disappointed
Why?
That's disappointed.
because Steve has let him down. There's no plum.
That's all right. Your favourite a bit of plum, are you, Roy?
Easy tiger.
Yeah. It's his favourite colour. He loves plum.
Oh, bronze and black make plum, by the look of it. That looks a plummy colour from here.
Kev from 9K says, it just shows that hashtag week gets people in their shed. It doesn't.
That's what it's all designed.
It's exactly why we started it.
Yeah, just to get you out there.
To have a go. Don't matter how good you are, how bad you are. It's
Doesn't
about
matter.
having a go.
Just enjoy it. Even
Have
if you
fun
put it in
with
the
it.
bin
That's
at
the
the
most
end of it,
important thing.
just enjoy turning.
I've had 3 things go in the bin this week.
Well, you could take Michelle back out when you get home.
I'm telling you, you said that, Ray.
Well, I don't really care. She don't mind.
That actually looks like gold, not bronze, doesn't it?
It
Does a bit on the camera.
Color.
But it is bronze.
Yeah, no, it looks bronze. It looks bronzy, actually.
Rob said he turned 2 pieces last weekend. What did you turn, Rob? And is there videos?
John Scarborough says he hasn't been in the workshop since before Christmas due to illness and cold weather. I hope you're getting better then, John.
Yeah, definitely.
Illness-wise. You know,
Hope
can't
so.
do much about the weather, but
Lucy says, how often do we do the hashtag week? Well, we do the hashtag week the first Sunday in every month. and it runs.
We try to do it the first Sunday unless there's something weird
Yeah.
crops up. But yeah,
But
it's usually the first.
It's usually the first Sunday in the month, and we run it. We used
2
to run
weeks.
it for a week, but we run it for 2 weeks now, just to give people a little bit of time.
Just to confuse people. The hashtag weeks runs for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Just to confuse people.
We should call it the hashtag fortnight, but it doesn't.
don't
look
Well, no,
the
the
same thing.
hashtag week is the announcement week, but you've got a fortnight then to get your pictures in.
Hashtag Fortnite don't really sound the same, does it?
No.
Hashtag week.
They might be confused with that stupid game that everybody plays, that Fortnite thing, whatever that is.
Never heard of it.
Right, so let's just face this off.
Kevin 9K says, after watching Brian and Wayne, I now leave bark and chainsaw marks showing. Thanks to both of you.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
they
good
might
man,
learn one day. They might get better one day, Kev.
Sometimes it's best to leave some features on the piece of wood. They add to the character
Sometimes
of the
it's
piece.
just laziness, Kev.
No, it's never laziness. It's artistic license.
Yeah.
Is what
Artistic
it is.
impression.
Yeah, artistic impression. There you go. That's a good word.
Chris from Bailey says, I don't understand. I fight the balance between work, family, and shop. If I could, I would spend all of my time in the shop. Is it the basement? No.
See,
it's not an issue.
It's in the basement.
It's in the
His shop's always at 20 degrees apparently.
Yeah, so it's not a problem. Well, you just have to really cut down on the family and the work time.
Well, Rob's video was published this morning. I haven't seen that yet. I'll get on to that and watch that later, Rob.
Is that Rob from Kingsport?
No, Rob Coppola Woodturning.
Oh, right.
Oh, well done, John. John Scarborough says he's getting better now, which is good news. And his Chinese heater is on the way from Amazon. Cool.
Good man,
We'll
good
love
man.
it.
Good
We'll love
man.
it.
And Kevin K9 says, Brian, I did mean that as a compliment. Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
I accepted a compliment. It was just Terry being an old manure agitator.
Hey.
And Lucy says, we had another nice delivery of blanks today. Spill the beans. What did you get?
Another delivery. So where are you getting them from? Because obviously, if you get them reasonable prices, others might want them.
Andy Rupert Lerner says, thanks to Brian's examples, I leave tool marks on my work as well. Good man, Andy. Thank you for that.
Andy. Yep.
See, you are an influencer.
Of course I am. There's no danger of finding a tool mark on any of my recent work.
Notice he said recent.
There may have been some in the past, but not anymore. I'm kind of fanatical about finishing, suddenly.
Always nice to get good finish.
You can't use that motto. That's the Hampshire Sheen logan.
I don't care. No, I don't care. You can't. You can't
use that's Martin's.
No, it's not. It's not
Go
copyright.
phrase.
You can't copyright a phrase like that. I'm afraid. No, you can't.
He's fanatical about finishing. You can't.
Oh my, I'm fanatical about finishing. It's just a phrase. You can't
Well,
copyright that.
yeah, okay. Well, we might see the result one day then.
See the result every time at the end of my lives, Terry. And videos too.
I don't watch your videos.
Yeah, we know. Don't comment on any videos either. I've noticed.
Do you look at the things you see every week, right? There's like 100 videos of people you follow. How the heck have you got time to sit down and watch 100 videos?
What's happening there?
You can't, can you?
It's just impossible. It's impossible.
You can't keep up with everybody.
You would never spend any time in your workshop or doing anything else.
Well, you see, what you need to do, you need to prepare, Terry. Because what I do is I put them on and I watch them when I'm sitting actually just doing not very much, or they're on in the background when I'm done.
You're not watching them if they're in the background?
Yeah, well, you can listen to what's
attention.
happening and look occasionally.
Yeah, you're not paying attention.
Yes.
Got to give it full attention or not.
Right,
No, don't
so
don't talk rubbish, Terry.
need to sand and seal that now.
So Andy has got, the blanks Andy's got today were flamed sycamore, spalted hornbeam, ash, spalted. Yeah, you spalted hornbeam in twice there, Andy.
Plus you got two.
poplar,
Plus you got two lots.
maybe. Monkey puzzle, you, flamed Milky Puzzle, yew and spalted hornbeam, cypress and ash. That's a good haul, I have to say.
So when he means flame, does that mean it's like charcoal been on the fire?
It's burnt.
It's probably got red flecks in it.
It's got.
Got flecks in it.
Mhm. Yeah, Grandpa Jim says, tool marks sometimes proves it's really been handmade.
No. Tool marks
well, that's
means
what
you
it
ain't
said
done the
on
job properly.
television. That's what it said on
Yeah,
the television.
afraid so.
It sells for more.
Really?
Yeah,
Where's that tool gouge? Where's that gouge?
that's why I like to leave again natural inclusions and stuff in wood, because when they're doing them by machine, they're all perfect.
The natural inclusions is fine because it's finished, but the natural inclusions are. But you leave tool marks in there. Well,
Looks like you're not a very good turner in my eyes.
okay.
Tool marks?
All from Southeast Hardwards. Well done, Andy. Well, I might look into that because they're not far
Yeah,
from me then.
Just round the corner from you, aren't they?
I think so.
Ish.
Oh, so I'm in Northeast, but yeah, Southeast.
Yeah.
Down the road.
Everything's down the road, but it depends how far down the road.
Mm.
Southeast, that's quite a way. You're talking, is that not London area? Kent area? Is that not southeast?
Got to be in it. Miles away. They can
What?
post it.
What are you talking about?
Kent is southeast, isn't it? Surely. Right.
Benjamin says you took delivery of some 4-inch spindle blanks. Not cheap.
Nothing's cheap
It depends on
nowadays.
what timber. If it's African blackwood, they wouldn't be.
All right, so that's 2 coats of sand and sealer, Scotch brighted. So we're ready to put some colour on there. So
Brian El Tenero de Madeira has now joined us.
The original Brian with a Y has just joined.
Sorry, Steve, jumbled you.
It's all right, mate.
Get in before Brian.
He's used to it. He's just desperate to get in before me.
But you're just slow.
Fight and talk.
Fine talk, that's right.
Excuse me. So do I use acrylic
I've done-
paints
Ooh.
or do I use the iridescence from Chestnut or do I use the abstract paints I've got or do I use the Joe Sonias or do I use I don't know what to use.
What are you trying to achieve there? Then?
Well,
Just do a
I want textured, so the trouble is the acrylics, I think they're going to take a long while to dry, aren't they?
I was going to say, yeah, you've got something that's quick drying for the live, didn't you, really?
Yeah, this
Well, it doesn't matter. I mean, we got all night, but you don't want to be here till 9 o'clock waiting for them to dry.
yeah, I think if I use normal acrylic, they're going to take quite a while to dry. What about if we use the Joe Sonias then?
Yeah, go for it.
Right. They go
Because
quick.
so in that case, I need to put a black on there, don't I? Bit of black on there then, and then we'll just do. I'll get a bit of bubble wrap, and we'll put some blobs on it.
Good idea.
Oh, I just took all that masking tape off my chuck now.
So what else have you tried, Steve? Bubble wrap, tissue,
Cling film.
cling film.
Um,
Have you tried natural sponge with the big holes in a big natural
sea
sponge?
sponge, yeah, I've tried sea sponge.
Yeah, see, because I use those when I'm oil painting. They're good there.
Yeah, I've got some sea sponges. The only ones I've got, they're all like little offcuts and they're not very
That's it.
porous.
All right.
I need to
Yeah.
get some better ones, really.
With the big gaps in them, they're lovely.
Yeah, these ones I've got, I haven't got that. They've got like little gaps in them. And once you've daubed them a couple of times, the gaps get full of.
Sometimes they fill up.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
15 blanks. Oh, Robert Brock was just there. I only watch Steve, Brian, Terry, and Barry on a regular basis. Thank you very much, Robert.
Kind of you, Robert.
Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Very
Rob.
kind of you. And he says he had 15 blanks delivered for £125. Brent Beecroft says Brian, aka Hadfield, Terry, aka McCoy, are the E-worms this evening.
Who's Hadfield McCoy?
Uh,
Well, I don't
someone
know
on
either.
television.
Must be Hadfield and McCoy. I'd have to be called McCoy. Couldn't be Hadfield.
No, you're Hatfield.
No, Hadfield's an English name.
McCoy.
Sorry. No.
Yeah.
Because I am the real McCoy. Don't be
No, you're not.
starting Hadfield.
Malcolm Douglas says scrunched up paper will give a nice texture.
Yeah.
Yeah, but texture in paint. I'm not so sure I like texture on paint. Reminds me of...
Use it with a palette knife. Use a palette knife.
Mm,
Dab it on.
but it kind of reminds me of the Artex.
Don't put it on that thick.
Stick some
Some people
sand
do.
in it. Stick some sand in it and throw it on it. Kevin gives you feuders. If you eat feuders, is that feuders? Ow, just took cramp my foot. Oh, jinx. That was the polite word they used there.
Archie uses foam brushes. He cuts
think
little bits out of it to break it up.
I will excuse myself for 1 moment while I deal with the cramp in my toe.
Twisted Pete says he only watches Mark, Steve, and Brian. That Terry bloke is just too much trouble. I don't mind. And Benjamin says he's got a good one. Steve, try scrunching up £20 notes. That gives a lovely textured finish.
I ain't got none, Ben. I'm skint, mate.
Only the 50s he uses.
Yeah. You end up filling your wallet if you use 20s.
Yeah.
Right, so what I want to get is a bit of bubble wrap. And I'm going to give it another coat of Ebenezer lacquer. I'm actually going to texture the Ebenezer lacquer as well. So we've got sort of a couple of different definition or layers of texture. Good pair of scissors they are. You know,
Yeah, I was saying that, Andy. Sea sponges. Steve was saying he's got some sea sponges, not with the big holes in it. Mike
Yeah,
Hugh from Ilminster's in.
Hi, Mike. How you doing? These are the sort of things I've got, which ain't really, not really a lot of texture on them, really.
Frederick Day says, question, would it be better to use sand and sealer before the ebonizing lacquer? Would it give a better finish? Question.
I did use sand and sealer before the Ebenezer lacquer, mate.
He did.
You always seal before Ebenezer lacquer. So I'm just going to give it another coat. Brian's rolling around on the floor in pain.
I'm
yeah,
back.
he
I'm
doesn't know
back.
what he's doing.
I'm back.
In for one, Emmy. Did you go? Did, Doombar. So,
I just thought it's Friday night. I think I might have a little doom bar.
good man. You
So what I'm going to
deserve
do
one.
is just get that.
That'll maybe help cure my cramp in my feet.
I'm just going to
Magnesium, your lack of.
stipple
know.
that to texture the Ebenezer lacquer.
Oops. That does give a lovely texture, the old bubbles.
What's this? What's this? Who's talking about an age thing? What's this age thing?
Age. Not looking at the chat, I'm watching Steve.
Susie
Pay
said
attention.
cramps are often a sign of lack of magnesium,
Yes, yeah.
and then she came back and said it's an age thing. I'm not old.
Oh, I don't get cramps.
It's because you don't do anything.
Hey,
Did you go for a walk today?
I did. We
How
went
far?
for breakfast as well. Cooked breakfast.
yeah. But you
Then
didn't
we
walk.
walked around the garden centre about an hour.
Did you
Then we
walk?
came back and walked around Lidell's.
Did you? So you mean you walked around the shop?
No, I walked around the garden centre, which was huge. Massive, you know. After my breakfast.
What Waldorf and What's this? What's this now? Waldorf and Stadler? What's this nonsense we're talking about now? Kev at 9K Creations.
Roy's just asked, Steve, what was that you just used? Use bubble wrap.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Susie.
There is a coat of ebonising lacquer. Let that dry. Then put another coat over the top of it, and then use bubble wrap just to give it a bit of texture. And then hopefully that's going to give it another defined texture when we put our
Colours.
Joe Sonias over the top of it.
Oh, I see. So it was Andy, the woodwork learner, mentioned about the age thing. No, that's not a surprise. Sorry, Susie.
No.
He
He
should
can
know
talk.
better. Yeah, he can talk, that's right.
Yeah. He's 60 going 190.
Krafts mean not enough liquid, says Kev. I'm
Well, you
fixing
just
that now.
fixing that right as we say. Too far.
Ah, lovely.
Lovely.
Mr. Pete got it right. Think of sealer as an undercoat before paint or wax.
Correct.
So she's got a question. Bit off topic, mind. She says, what is the difference in the final outcome, sheen and such, between using Hampshire sheen citrus burnishing oil and chestnut's lemon oil? Well, I think the burnishing oil polishes up, whereas the lemon oil just soaks in and stays matte.
I'm not 100% sure on that.
Citrus burning oil does stay matte. It doesn't get a shine on it.
The burnishing oil.
And the lemon oil just is lemon oil. It just goes in and you leave it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. The burnishing oil is designed to give you a sheen finish.
yeah. Whereas
I have no idea, but I have no idea. I have both in my workshop, and what I'll do tomorrow is I'll do a video with the burnishing oil on the outside and lemon oil on the inside. How about that?
Anything for attention.
Anything for attention. Yep. I'll have a go at that. I'll do a little video.
Good man. Saves me doing one.
Well, you're too lazy to do a video.
I've ever done a video, eh?
Exactly. That's what I said. You're too lazy to do a video.
Done 2 or 3 videos. I've got 2 or 3
videos. He's that lazy about videos that I did offer to edit the video of the Canon, but he's too lazy to send me the video.
Funny enough, you say that. I mean, they can't see what I've got up, Brian, but you and I can see each other. See this in my hand? What's that say there? That says.
Oh, that looks like
120 gigabyte SD card.
Is that on its way to me?
That is all. It's been sitting here for like 3 weeks. That's all the videos on there.
Why don't you just send it to him? Why don't you send it to him in Dropbox? Why don't you send it to him in Dropbox?
I don't know how to do that.
Oh, okay.
That's you're getting technical now, Steve.
Yeah,
okay.
I don't know.
We understand the Royal Mail. We understand good things on envelope sent.
Post him the memory card and he can do himself.
That's it.
Right.
Heather's in.
I have it.
Very Winstone and Bone.
Right, so we're gonna use turquoise, red, and gold. I think.
Not laughing at you, Steve. Heather says
I've just read
bad when you get to work and you realise you booked a day off a month ago.
You have memory issues there, Heather?
All I can say is you must have been looking forward to the day off.
Oh, Steve's on. I got to book a day off.
Susie wants to know, what did you do? Did you go home again or work?
I'd have stayed at work, I think, if I'd have got there.
Yeah, I think I might have to.
I'll have tomorrow off instead.
Roy, the boys just said plum.
Plum. No, Roy.
Plum and black won't go together.
Roy, I'll do something with plum when I come to the Ely Woodturning Club later on in the year. Just for you. I'll dedicate it just to you.
Donna's in. Good evening, Donna.
All right, Donna. Right, so.
Hello, Donna.
Gold first.
Yeah. Doug Miller just said idiots.
Ooh, that's not very nice.
Don't call Donna an idiot. Doug, what's the matter with you?
There's no need for that.
That's a bit harsh, isn't it?
Oh, no, he's calling Heather an idiot for going to work.
Oh no, Heather has just said she's going shopping.
Going shopping.
Right, I need a paintbrush. They're in my demo box. Hang on a second.
Pete from Twisted Tree says citrus burnishing oil smells nicer than lemon oil, which smells almost as nice as citrus burnishing oil.
Go.
Uh,
Mark Whittington's just.
we,
Hi,
hi, Mark. Pete, we're not just going round in circles there, no? Are you on a roundabout by any chance?
Right, so paintbrush, just spread this out a little bit. So can you see what I'm doing? No, not really. So I'm just spreading this out a little bit so it's not as thick on the board. Give me a bit of bubble wrap.
Can't believe Heather went to work when she's supposed to be off. That's brilliant. That's funny. Oh, Roy the boys asked a question.
Steve. This is the colours, Steve, that are all the same colour out the pot, aren't they?
Yeah, they're all creamy colour out
Make
the pot.
sure
Yeah.
you know which ones they are.
Well, you can, if you hold them to the light, you can see a little bit of the colour.
Yeah, once it starts to dry a little bit on the top, you get a bit of a shimmer of the colour.
But I mean, if you all poured them out onto a palette, they'd all look the same colour until they start
No,
to
you
dry.
can't actually, that's what I'm saying to you. The skin, it starts to put a little skin on it, and if you shift it in the light, you can see it.
I might get some of those, try them.
They're very good. I like them.
Well, they last ages. You mean they're only that big? How much are they? How much is one of them? I don't know where the size is. They can't be no more than about 30 millilitres.
Should be on the bags.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. Oh, 60 millilitres. Now
Yeah,
I've had these two and a half years, and that's still half full.
Yeah,
So,
I've had mine about 2 years as well.
So they last quite a while.
You don't use a lot of them.
No.
You don't need a lot of it. In fact, if you put too much on, it doesn't change colour.
No, it stays white.
It stays creamy.
Right, so
this is I
might have a go at some of that then one day.
These are the turquoise ones. So exactly
Doug
the same.
says I was acknowledging a professional idiot. Good man, Doug. So Heather says I worked a 12-hour shift on Wednesday night and a length of regular shift last night when there's usually 2.2 or 2. I think that's 2 to 5 people, or is that 2.5 people? I'm not sure. 2.5 people working. I'm sleep deprived, and that's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it.
John Scarborough question.
Good
That's
excuse.
not a very deep bowl, Steve. No, I haven't finished yet, John. Give him a chance.
I'm just going to put a tea light in the middle of there, mate. That's all I'm going to do.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is, yeah. Roy the boy, tell Steve my question again. Roy the boy says, question for Steve. Do I get to keep it?
No.
Yeah, you
can buy it. I'll let you buy it.
He's got.
That was the long answer. That was the long answer you got there, by the way. I have no idea.
The bowl I demo at his club.
All right.
All right.
I'll sell it to you, Roy. I'll give you mates rates for it. Usually mates rates is double, isn't it?
Yeah. That's so they don't come back. Benjamin says, Steve, I reckon you'd be 5% more efficient if you move the kitchen roll holder closer to the lathe.
Yeah, but I've got to make the lathe last. Ben.
So Rob from Kingsborough Adhesives says, by the looks of that board, Steve's been playing with the laser engraver.
I have. I was trying to do a demo board for my demos because of using what I was using for the demo, and I thought, well, that'd be nice if I had some samples to show people before I put them on the piece. And I updated the software for the laser engraver, and for some reason it wouldn't disengage when it moved from one place to the other until I found out exactly what it was. So that's why I've got that board. But we got it. We sorted it. Right, so that's as far as I'm going to go with that.
So Heather's just put in, she says, now I have to sneak out before they ask me to stay. Run, Heather, run!
Run, Forrest, run!
Brent Beecroft says he didn't realise that retirement meant you don't get vacation time or state holidays anymore.
No,
you do, Brent, because it's a whole holiday the rest of your life.
Every day is a holiday. It's fabulous.
And you don't even have to remember which day it is.
Right, just gonna get a bit of water. We're back in a sec.
Who cares?
And you could usually tell if it's a Sunday because the church bells chime if you're near a church. And then Lucy, you say, oh, that's another week gone.
Yeah, and Lucy's just walked back in and says, oh, I'm loving that, Steve.
Good.
Excellent.
Done, Lucy. And you've just ordered a load of blanks. They've arrived. So so you can do the same.
You can. But don't be colouring some of that fancy wood that you've got.
No. Oh,
Buy some maple or sycamore or something, and
Dulward
colour to your heart's
Ash
content.
Beach.
If you want to feel
Well,
the
ash can be quite nice though.
yeah, if you want to do embellish,
Yes.
if you want to do the texture, I mean embellishing, then you really need an open grain wood, don't you?
Yeah.
Heather's made it to the car, guys, so she's escaped.
Oh, she's
She's off.
free.
She's off shopping now.
Right, so
Maybe something nice, Heather.
put that back over there because I need that Monday.
Rob says in 4 years' time I'll join the Terry and Brian Club.
Oh, well
Good
done,
man.
Rob.
Good man, Rob. You'll be welcome to join us.
Just make sure you tell everybody in the company to keep working so they can pay your pension.
Okay. Lucy says, I'm not confident enough yet, guys. Just go for it, Lucy.
That bowl you
None
sent
of
over, Lucy, was quite nice. So
There you go.
don't give us that.
And the thing is, Lucy, is if you turn it like that and do it and you're not happy, just turn it off and do it again.
Exactly.
Keep doing it until you are happy.
That's what Stuart Farini does. He
got-
practices on a piece like that and then just cuts it off. All you're taking off is about 2 mil.
I've got loads of blanks out the back
Yeah,
that I
yeah.
use for practicing.
Mr. G says, Steve, did you try making that Viking sunset bow yet?
No, not yet, mate. I haven't had the time. I've got all the punches and that. But I've just had a chance to have a go at that.
Ben Jamie says, do a dance, Terry. We can see you. So are we all on screen?
Look, just back up a step or two. Back up a step or two. Punches?
What?
Punches?
Yeah, punches.
What punches?
I'll show you afterwards.
I never heard anything about punches. This is not
Mr.
good.
G-
And why is the link not in my messenger?
Mr.
That's
G
what I
wants to know, Steve, did you try doing the Viking sunset?
I've just read that out, Terry.
I'm just
And
asking
Steve,
again.
and Steve
Nobody took
answered
any
it.
notice here.
Steve answered it. He said no.
I bought the punches. I'll just repeat myself. I bought the
Did you
punches.
fall asleep there, Terry?
Oh, it must be something wrong with my chat because I can't hear you. Couldn't hear
I
you.
think you just fell asleep there, Terry. I don't know if you just
No.
got somebody new came in.
Well,
and I've
apparently
lost
Ben's watching us, so he can see us both. So
him. No, he can't.
he said,
He's
do a
bluffing.
dance.
Where did I see that? Somebody, Alan Gibb is in. Alan Gibb has joined us. Hi, Alan.
He
Hi,
joined
Alan.
us earlier.
And
Alan,
he says,
Alan,
what are Alan? What are we making? He says.
Right, I'm just going to give us some lacquer over the top of this.
You're listening to me.
Yeah, I'm listening to you.
Alan
Alan Gibbs
asked,
just come in. What are we making?
Yeah, you want to answer it?
We're making
You
a
go
bowl.
tell them.
We're making a bowl, as
There you go.
always.
Surprise, surprise. Steve's making a bowl.
Joe Sonia paints.
So what I've done is I've put Joe Sonia on, or no, actually we did the back in ebonising lacquer, copper, no bronze even, bronze embellishing wax in the back, that looks like gold. And then we did the front, we sanded it, we sealed it, we put ebonising lacquer on the front of it, and then I gave it some, on the second coat of ebonising lacquer, I used some bubble wrap to stipple it to make the ebonising lacquer a bit texture. And then what I've done is I've got some more bubble wrap on some Joe Sonia iridescents. I painted them out on a board and then just stippled my bubble wrap into it and just daubed it around. And I've used gold, red, and turquoise. I'm sure it was red. Was it red? Yes, it was. Gold, red, and
Yeah,
turquoise.
Frederick Day says he's tried. Have you tried airbrushing the Joe Sonias?
You got
He's
to fin
tried
them.
it and
You got to fin 'em down.
unsuccessfully.
You need to put
Alright.
the medium in them to fin them down. You won't.
Do they still work if you put the medium
Yeah,
in?
they will.
Yeah.
They will work.
But
But they're very,
you
they're very thin, aren't they? They're very fine.
You don't need the medium in to airbrush them.
Of course you do. You're never going to airbrush them out straight out. The pots are too thick.
Yes, you can. I've done it very successfully. Thanks all the same.
Well, you must have had your air gun turned up really high then.
Yeah.
25 psi.
What size nozzle you got in your air gun then?
2 inch.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Going to say, I would. Well, I don't know. I don't think they'll come out. Well, I know mine
On
wouldn't.
the airbrush. Mine's works on the airbrush. If you look back in my videos, you'll find when I did a vase.
I've never used them, so I don't really know what they're about.
No.
And it's
I'm
actually one of the pieces.
I'm actually surprised.
Surprisingly enough, it's one of the pieces I actually sold.
Frederickston was very successful, he says.
I don't think mine would even get the spout up the pipe, being thick like that. Right, so Halford's clear lacquer. Going to give it a couple of coats now, just to seal the Joe Sonia in. And then what I'm going to do is, once I've turned the middle out and sealed it, I'm going to give it another couple of coats. This is gloss, so it should give us. Actually, it might be better with satin minor, because being stippled, that might look a bit bad. Might look a bit bad being gloss.
Yeah.
So
that's the best lacquer on the market.
Kev says Brian is another video coming in on airbrushing.
There is indeed.
So this is a matte lacquer.
Yeah.
Actually,
better.
there's not a lot in that tin, so I'll give it 2 coats of clear gloss, and then we'll use the matte over the top of the gloss to finish it off, because you won't see it anyway, don't matter. This is just build the layers up.
Okay.
Matte over gloss will go matte anyway, so it don't matter. So that's our first coat, just light dust. Air gun down, don't want major heat, we just want more of a bit of a breeze over it to dry it than we want heat. And I find when you put a lacquer over the Joe Sonias, it just makes them look a little more depth and colour. I think they look a little bit better.
Could you like put 16 coats like you do with it and get a real glossy shine?
Well, you can do, but I think being textured, that'd look awful if that was a high gloss. I think being a matte might look a bit better.
Right.
So I'm going to put 2 coats of gloss over it, just to seal it. And then when I'll turn the middle out, I'll then give it 2 coats of matte, because the matte will cover the gloss up then, won't it? So.
Right. Okay. Lucy's going. She says she's going to say goodnight. She's going off to have a cup of tea with a friend. And make sure Andy is kind in her absence.
Make sure Andy is kind in my absence, she says.
He won't be. He took a mick last time you left early.
He did.
He won't worry.
So second coat.
Benjamin thinks I'm mistaken. Oh, well, maybe
Yeah.
I am. We shall see.
Shall see.
We shall see.
He comes out with a blinking red car spray. Joe Sonia's like, huge red gun
With a with a quarter-inch nozzle.
200 psi.
Yeah.
Fireman's hose.
They do go for an air gun. Boom.
Pete says, cheers, Lucy. Don't get arrested again. Oh,
This is Friday night, yeah, on the binge.
Yeah.
On for a cuppa, I'm sure.
A cup of gin.
Are you using a heat gun on that, Steve? Eh?
Yeah, but the heat's not very. It's not very hot.
No.
It's only like lukewarm coming out of it. If not, the lacquer will blister, won't it?
It will, yeah.
Trouble is, the more coats you put over, the longer it takes to splash off.
Yeah, and it doesn't really set.
Nobody soaks into the next one, does it?
Well, it
If
reactivates
yeah.
the coat underneath it, doesn't it?
Beneath, yeah.
It's a key to, so.
It feels dry to touch, but it isn't set. You can actually put indentations on it. So if you want to do, if you let it dry enough, if you do 3 coats of lacquer and then let it dry, and then put a paper, you've got to let it dry now, you can't be tacky. If you let it dry and put a piece of paper towel on it, and wrap it up tightly with masking tape, and then leave it for a minute or 2, and then pull it back off again, you'll get the indentations of the paper in the lacquer. Can add a different effect to your lacquer.
Right, so. It's just.
Kev at Kingspor's asking,
Don't ask me how I know that.
when you get a rust spot paint on your lathe bed, what do you do to clean it off?
I wouldn't know. I've never had one. I would
Yeah,
use
if you get
wire.
rust on
I
there-
would use wire wool WD-40 or silicone spray. I think personally. That's what I
Fine
do.
wire wool, or you can use 1000 grit emery paper.
I've
And you
used
can put something like duck oil on it. Duck oil lasts for a year. It stops it rusting.
I got some rust on the bed of my bandsaw, just in a place where I'd neglected to put the machine wax. And all I did was used a little bit of oil and 400 grit, cleaned it off, and then put the wax back on. It's fine. 400 grit in oil. Worth the treat. Ben Jarman says an abrasive mesh under an orbital sander would do his job. Indeed. Frederick Day say thanks for this evening. Have to go now. Much appreciated. Thank you,
Bye-bye,
Frederick.
Frederick.
See you
Thanks for
later,
calling
Frederick. Thanks
in.
for
You're
coming in.
much appreciated for
Appreciate it.
coming in and watching. Excellent.
Look forward to seeing you next time, buddy.
Hmm.
The wood is ash, Roy. Been here all this time. We've been talking about ash. And yeah, work.
So actually, he's going
Paying attention, Roy. Paying
he's
attention.
going to colour the inside as well, Roy. What colour would you like?
Plum. I'll bet it's plum. Yes, duck oil, Mr. G.
Yeah, Mr. G
Famous.
says duck oil. You could
Duck
use
oil.
duck do. Duck do.
Duck oil is amazing stuff. I've been using it for 50 years. Trade-wise as well, by the gallon. It's amazing stuff. If you've got to leave your lathe for any time, just spray that on it, and it won't rust for a year. Back a year later, spray it again.
Roy the boy says he missed the beginning. That's a poor excuse for not recognising that timber, Roy. Ash is probably one of the easiest timbers to recognise.
I wouldn't go that far.
Well, use probably the easiest.
Yew is probably the
Yeah.
and purple. That's quite easy too, I suppose.
An African black
Well,
wood.
I was thinking of sort of native timbers, Terry. But never
Bed
mind.
jam. It's in capitals. Obviously, ash, Roy. Shh. Noob.
Newbie.
Noob.
So Rob from Kingsborough is explaining what magic rubbers are. I was wondering, I have to say. He says it's a bit like a erasing pencil, but designed for cleaning metal. I never heard of them, so there you go.
Have any of you ordered from Alibaba? Says
Not me.
Miller. I tried to order something about 10 years ago from Alibaba, and they come back and said, yes, how many thousand do you want? The minimum we can supply is 500.
All right, okay.
And I wanted something like I think it was a power washer. So advertised for about 80 quid or whatever. And they said, I mean, we only supply to the trade. How many thousand do you want? I only want one. No, minimum order is 500. Didn't buy them. Oh, look at that. My dear wife just brought me some.
She did not.
She brought me, look at that, Brian.
Sausage rolls again.
She's always bringing in food. You should,
From the microwave.
You should.
Nice warm. Look at that.
You should pop, man, how much you eat.
My wife is wonderful to me.
Those sausage rolls are steaming. What, you don't burn your gob?
She's lovely to me. Give me
What, you don't burn your gob there, Terry? Ow! Too late, he did. Alibaba owns AliExpress.
Right, I don't know what's going on tonight. I cannot.
What?
Every time I try and get one started, it jumps back. What on earth is going on? I never
turn
have this problem.
Turn the flutes clockwise and move the two over towards
Two
the back
rest.
of the lathe.
Too rest, too high, too low.
Flutes vertical. Flute's vertical. Try it. Flute's vertical.
It's probably is vertical.
And
Is
get
it?
your
Move the tool right over to
It's
the
got
back of the
every-
lathe.
It's got every time. I keep.
right. Okay. Stop.
That's it.
Just get yourself started with a parting tool. Give yourself a shoulder.
I shouldn't have to. I should be able. I've never ever had this
Yeah, I
problem
know
before.
you should, but you've had it 2 or 3 times now, so we'll fix it later. Don't ruin the piece now.
Stressing me out. Stressing me out.
Mm.
It's a schoolboy error.
Are you getting the flute directly in line with where you want to go? Because it
Yep.
looks like you're not far enough over to me.
Make sure the bevel's pointing
Yeah,
down
that's better.
where you want to be.
I know it's a schoolboy error, but it's the
Yeah, but
time,
that's it.
now is not the
That's
time
it.
to fix
And
it.
then in you go. Then as you go in, twist. Perfect. Just maybe a lack of concentration.
Yeah, Kevin 9K says, I nipped in and altered your grinder setting, Steve.
What's he say? Say again.
You nipped in and altered the Pro Edge settings.
Never get this problem. Never.
I know. Just calm yourself.
I know, but it's frustrating because
I know. Martin
thinks your
General
tool rests a
Woodturner
bit
has just
high.
said, I said earlier that the tool rest was too low.
But if I bring the tool rest up, the gouge is
Pete
too
says
high.
it's too high.
Look,
Pete
the gouge
says
is
it's too high.
well above centre.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Pete says it's too high. So I'll let Mark and Pete fight that out.
I mean,
Yep,
the tool rest has got to be there. The tool rest has got to be there, because if not, the tool's above centre.
Mm-hmm. So Pete's saying it's a tad too high, and Mark's saying it's a tad too low. Just keep it in the middle. Take the mean average. Doug Miller says,
Slow down. No rush.
Yeah, take your time. Doug Miller has just said, I ordered 60 bead pens yesterday. Should arrive in 6 weeks. What are bead pens? Oh, I know what they are. Yeah, I know what they are now. It's okay, Doug.
Pens or beads.
Right.
Yeah, they're just little slimline pens. You slide the beads on them.
Okay. 60. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
Deep breaths.
It's going to be making a few pens there. He says the camera angle makes it hard to see, but contact seems to be a tad high when it was skipping. There you go.
Right. Let's. Thank you, Pete. Thank you, Mark.
And John Scarborough has just said, Doug Miller at Whispering Round. Yes, I have, Doug. Got stung with import duties. This was a few years ago, though.
Doug Miller's in the States anyway, though, isn't he?
He is, yeah.
in Alibaba somewhere in China, somewhere or Taiwan or wherever.
Yeah, but different
Peter
countries
says-
have different ways of bringing stuff in, don't they?
Mm.
Pete just said, Brian, do you not watch my videos?
Of course you don't. Of course you don't, Pete.
I do, Pete, and I comment on every video, so don't be starting.
You don't
It's
watch
not-
them, Pete. He listens to them when he's returning.
Yeah, in the background. Brian Green's just joined us. Hello, Brian.
Hi, Brian. And Benjamin says, Steve, check the grind doesn't have any concave bits.
No, I reground them all. What's today? Thursday. I reground them all Wednesday for my demo, and I didn't have the problem last night.
Maybe rushing a bit. There's no rush.
There is no rush. It's only 8:30. We've got loads of time. Oh, it's 25 past, actually.
All right, so we'll get this sanded up.
He's investigating that bevel. Oh, dear. And not matter for us working, Steve. We've got 86 people watching.
Oh, people like a bit of drama, don't they?
Did you? Yeah, absolutely. That drama's always good. Can't wait for Formula 1 season to start. First race is in March. Oh. There's more sprint races this year too.
Is there?
Yep, 6th instead of 3. So that'll be entertaining.
Lot of rubbish.
Away you and sail your boat. That's the.
I had that trouble the other day with a tool jumping, and it was a spindle gauge, and then I changed the spindle gauge to another one, and it worked perfect. I found out in the end the wings on the spindle gauge I was using were too far forward.
Andy Woodward Leonard says Brian has a YouTube feed in the loo. No, I just take my iPad wherever I go, just carry it about.
Put the camera off, of course.
Donna says there's 86 watching and 48 likes. Tut, tut, tut. Get hitting that like button, peeps. I've got 50 on mine. I must refresh this page. The problem is, if I refresh the page,
You disappear for a while.
well, I won't disappear. But what'll happen is I'll get all the adverts again.
Yeah, no, don't bother.
Roy the Boy just said, "Did you see what I put?" And I've just clicked the refresh button. What did Roy the Boy put, Derek?
Steve, don't rush. You started early, so you've still time. It's not 10 p.m. yet. That's the last of Roy's comments, but I can scroll back up. If I scroll back up,
I think that must be
chat, I might see some more.
Well, that's quite
I've got
great.
the
I
bike.
like that. I like that texture. Can I keep that?
Yeah.
I like
Yeah, of
that.
course you can. This
Terry
the
dipped them
sand-
in brown sauce. I've eaten them now. Sorry, Roy. They're gone.
He has. Oh,
So that's sanded up to 400 grit. So
it has indeed gone up to 51, Donna. You're quite correct.
So we'll stick some sand and sealer on there. Turn the extraction on.
I thought you were actually going to try and make it a whole lot more textured looking on there.
Well, I was going to, but then I changed my mind. That is quite rough, actually. That is quite rough. Well, compared to what I normally do, it's rough.
Well, we can't really see it, can it? Just for the camera angle. But once you take it off, we'll see it a bit.
So making sure we don't get it over our nicely coloured pieces, because if not, that'll just take all the colour off.
Kevin 9K says Joe's getting ready to sing.
Well,
We're not using grit, so she ain't going to be singing tonight.
Oh, no grit today.
Glyn rang me and said, please, for God's sake.
yeah, please don't.
Terry's done it, Brian's done it, my ears are bleeding.
Terry used it 4 times on his live. Nearly killed him.
I used it 4 times today.
2 parrots nearly died.
So it's 2 coats of sand and sealer.
Kevin K9 says, quite rough. Usually means 2 marks.
No tool marks in there.
Well, as in a rough finisher, a designed rough finish.
Designed. Scheduled in. No, not scheduled in.
Doug says he got his pens for 20 cents each, but he has to wait till the end of February for them to arrive. Well, that's the way it is.
Is that $20 or 20 cents?
No, it's a dollar sign and then a point. So I'm assuming it's 20
I
cents.
can't see the point. My
Oh,
eyes
your
are not.
eyes.
They're
Want
not
my
that
glasses,
good.
buddy? Want my glasses?
Yeah,
Here you
they're
go.
not that good. Quite away from the screen. Can't see this.
Yeah.
Print
Now you're
small.
now you're going to say you're looking at a tiny wee screen and you're miles away from it. Don't talk rubbish. Your eyes you're going blind.
Jesus.
Open
know-
your eyes and
Do you know
look.
what? You two just sound just like my nan and granddad used to be.
Yep.
Bickering all the time.
That's the way of it. Woodward Leonard says, question, Steve, are you fitting Glenn's kitchen just so you can hear Joe sing in person?
No, I've told them they've got to go out for the day. That's all right. I've got a Makita radio. That goes pretty loud. I'll be able to phone them.
Yeah.
If not, I'll have my earbuds in, one of the two.
Headphones, yeah, headphones on.
Roy the Boy says he used grit 4 times the other day.
Good man.
Good man.
You must be getting low, Roy. You got to buy some more.
Ooh.
Right. So that's 2 coats of. Oh, I was going to lacquer that, weren't I? Can't now put wax over it. Well, I can, but not for a day or two.
Rob from Kingsport just said Terry can't see since the milkman stopped delivering glass bottles.
Nah. But I upgraded to 200 to 500 mil Nikon lenses, one in each eye.
Auto zoom.
Yeah,
I don't know, Benjamin.
just like an old married couple. Indeed.
Right. So.
Dobby lives a long way away from me.
Roy the boy says, I've got plenty,
Got
Steve.
plenty. Yeah.
What's this show?
Right.
Why did YouTube not like that?
What's that?
Professional idiots.
says-
Obviously, he's calling
It
somebody
says
an idiot.
Professional Idiots 101. That's someone new to me. Who is the
So.
Professional Idiots 101?
Oh, that actually looks. Oh, that actually looks quite
YouTube,
pretty.
right?
It looks actually quite pretty when you get it in the light, right? So I don't know if you'll see it. I can't see the screen and the monitor.
Turn it up a bit. That's it.
Oh,
That's it.
I'll bet.
Sideways. Just flick it sideways like that. That's it. There you go. We got it.
There we go. Yeah, you can see
Oh,
it now.
lovely old job.
You see the colours in it?
Yeah, that's good. Yep.
The green just flickering.
Flickering.
So what I'll do is once that's all dry, I don't want to put that on a cold jaws yet because that's still not 100% dry properly. So I'll get that turned off, ready for the weekend, and
And
then
it's dried out. Yeah.
You can show us that on Sunday.
Sunday, right? Let's
Sunday, lad.
bring you guys back. Turn them off.
Susie, the Swiss woodturner, said it's beautiful.
Beautiful.
Because I'm back in the camera.
Beautiful. I don't know if you'll see that. Will you? Oh, there you go.
Donna Love Angel says, "Be right back. Mum's calling. Well, I might be gone. Donna might be gone."
So you can see the texture on it. It really needs to be matte, I think, rather than gloss.
Smashing piece, mate, says Ellen.
Thank you. So I will get that sorted and finished, ready for Sunday. Better put my bath towel up. If not, I won't have a bath towel tonight.
Yeah, you gotta do that.
Sure, yeah. What's this?
Put that back in my drawer. So we are going to be showing the pieces that everybody has sent in on Sunday, which I am absolutely astounded with how many people have sent stuff in. So a massive thank you to each and everyone who's sent stuff in.
And why didn't everybody else put something?
So yeah, I mean there must be at least 30 pieces, I reckon, at least.
That's brilliant.
So that's a really good response from everybody.
Excellent.
And you know, it
If
just
I think about it, I'll photograph mine tomorrow and send it. Yeah,
no, don't think about it. Do it.
it's just having that.
So Robert Kingsport says he found a new woodworking stream today. He said it was a young lady who does it in a bikini. I quickly left and blocked the channel. Yeah, right, Rob.
She might have been a good turner.
Can you let us know which one it was, Rob?
Yeah. You might give us a link at least.
I won't be that. I won't be. I'll at least watch one of her videos.
I bet he pressed the like before he went.
Give it a thumbs up.
The sheer safety shoes is kept.
Question,
so
Steve.
fast.
Where's the piece you did last night? Where did I put it?
You showed
said
us
that?
just now, so
Who said that?
Roy.
put yourself back on full
Oh,
screen.
see
Let
you.
them see it. I'm good.
Yeah, I do. Oh, look, I'm yawning. Oh.
Hang on. I'll go use this. It's easier. Full screen intro.
That was the actual yawn.
You're welcome, Jim.
That's the piece I did.
Look at that, lovely.
Oh, look at that.
Very
I must
nice.
try them. I've got the colours. I haven't used them yet.
So, and it's
Wow, see?
chameleon changes. I don't know if the camera does it justice, but it goes from blue to purple. Don't know if that catches it, does
Yep.
it?
As you turn
No,
it
not
sideways,
really.
yeah, that's it.
Yeah, there you go.
That's- There you go. Yeah, there you go.
But it's a little bit blotchy at once redoing because we stopped for break. I put the size on it. We stopped for break, and
Oh,
the chair was talking about the pieces on the critique table, and he took nearly 40 minutes, and the size was starting to go dry. So it's a little bit patchy. So I think what I'm going to do is just remount it, because I put a little foot on it, and I'm just going to resize it and powder it. But yeah, that's the bit I did last night. Something a little bit different.
So Heather has just replied to Rob's question, and she said, "Oh, you found my other channel then?"
I like it.
Jack Boots in a bikini.
And Rob has just come back. He says, "Just look up hardwood money."
Hardwood
There
bunny.
you go. Guess where everybody's going now.
Make sure you hit the thumbs up on the way out.
Yeah,
exactly. Before he's all leave, yeah.
And then come back when it's on there and give a comment of what it was like. You know, if you enjoyed this one.
Yeah, Andy says.
Steve wear a bikini.
Andy says, Brian, a new way to increase your subscriptions. Turn in a mankini. Not a chance in hell.
I think I'll pass on that one.
Yes, me too.
I wouldn't even turn in a tutu.
I want the channel to grow, but I'm not that desperate.
Yeah, me too.
And I want to get in. I want to increase the subscribers, not drop them.
Rob says, Heather, you have some amazing talents.
So
exchange talents with someone else.
So, just a question, Rob. On that channel, does everything come in twos?
Oh,
thank you, Barry. See, I didn't even tell Barry how I did that until last night.
I bet he was champing at the bit, wasn't he?
He kept asking me. I told him. I showed him a picture of it when we went to the club meeting last Wednesday, and he said, "How'd you do that?" I said, "I'm not going to tell you because you'll be able to see when you see the demo." So I wouldn't tell him how it was done, but he knows now.
Cool.
You're bad.
He's going to copy you now. You know that, don't you?
And Ben Jarvin wants to know, what are you going to spend all your earnings on, Steve?
What earnings, Ben? What earnings? Go on.
On the fuel to get there, usually.
Tell me what earnings. To be honest, everything I earn through the demos goes back into the channel. So the channel's now self-sustaining. I don't have to dig into my own pockets, which is nice. So everything I do, all the Chuck Buddy stuff I sell, all the club demos, all the other stuff I do, that all brings money into the channel to buy new equipment, blanks, and whatever else I need for the channel, whether it be camera gear
and all the rest of it.
Exactly. It brings everything back into that. So it's nice now that after the channel's been going 3.5 years. Is it 3.5 years? Something like that. It's nice now though that I haven't actually got to dig in my own pocket to pay for anything for the channel, because it's all whatever comes in. Like my wages are now being used for what I want to use it for, not the channel, which is nice.
Yeah, not pay for the channel, yeah.
Unlike me, everything I do on my channel, I pay for. Lots of money, but who cares?
Well, it is, and at the end of the day, it's a hobby. I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't go out partying. So you know what I mean. I don't have an expensive lifestyle, other than woodturning, expensive lifestyle. And to be honest, it's like any hobby. It's as expensive as you want to make it. If you haven't got the money, you don't buy it. Easy as that, isn't it? So
that's it. Yep.
Right.
But I don't mind spending money on the channel because I like it, and I like.
Yeah, but it's a hobby as well, isn't it? It's not just for the channel.
It's my hobby.
Exactly.
Nothing to do with the channel.
Exactly.
I do what I want to do, and I enjoy it. And
so that's good. And to be
honest, people enjoy it along the way. That's even better.
To be honest, I enjoy the demos, and while I enjoy them, I'll do them. If I don't enjoy them, same as the YouTube. As soon as I stop enjoying them, I'll stop. So, right, let's go. Right,
let's go. Where are we going? We're
going to knock
on leaving. Oh, I was watching the hardwood money.
We're going to talk about it in the chat.
Yeah. It's about right. 50 pence doesn't go far anymore. No, you're right there. I must admit, I'm quite surprised because I've actually just taken my first booking for 2024. So it's
wow.
They're looking at next year now.
Yeah.
So, which
There's
is
some
really
real good comments coming in there.
Thank you very much.
Some real good comments.
I had to pay people to buy my pieces.
Yeah, we heard that. We weren't going to say anything, but now you've mentioned it.
Right, shall we go?
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bye, everybody.
Bye,
Thanks for coming in. Have a great time. See you next time.
Good night.
Hope you enjoyed it.
Right, guys, we're back Sunday. make sure you come over and watch the video for the hashtag Natural Bowl Week. Absolutely amazing turnout for that. Obviously, I don't know if you saw my Facebook post earlier in the week. We're now getting ready for the 2023 Makers Logo T-shirt. I think I have enough people on the T-shirt. We had a massive response, and 1 minute we had hardly any, and I was getting a bit worried that nobody wanted to go, and all of a sudden I got 20 emails all asking for people to come onto it. So I think we've got enough. I will try and sit down over the weekend and design the T-shirt and get everybody's logos on it. As soon as I've got a draft for the logos or the T-shirt, the people who are involved will get sent notification if they like where their logo is, blah, blah, blah. Then as soon as that's, and I'm hoping to get it live and launch ready for sale early part of February. So we're going to have at least 10 and a half months of sales. I've just asked Teesprings for the withdrawal from last year's funds. After everything came out of it, it was £124 we made on last year's T-shirts.
Excellent.
So
Well
that'll all be going over to the GoFundMe. The fees that people pay to go on this year's T-shirt will be going into the Dementia UK Fund as well. So hopefully once everything's done and that, I should be able to give you a grand total of what we actually made. At the moment, we've made about £4,000, but there's stuff to go on top of that as well. So there's a little bit more to go on top of that. So
cool.
Really good. So
thank you all as well. Anybody that
definitely
paid into it.
Definitely. Anybody who took part or even just come over and watched. Thank you very much for your contribution and your support. And the lady from Dementia UK has done a lovely little video just to thank you all. So even better. So I will see you guys on Sunday. I believe Wayne's on tomorrow night. So if he is, make sure you go check Wayne out. Other than that, guys, have a great weekend. Take care. Speak to you soon. And bye for now. Bye. Say night, guys.
Good night, guys.
Night, guys.
Always one. Always one.
That's all, folks.